Again to John and Lisa's Jazz Joint. We're continuing to look at the career of Dorothy Field. You'll recall that she's the lady who gave us On the Sunny Side of the Street and the Academy Award winning The Way You Look Tonight. But she was well noted for her contribution to music on the Broadway stage and in the movies. Today we're going to be looking at one production that actually was based, interestingly enough, on a black and white movie made by an Italian, Federico Fellini, called The Knights of Cambria in 1957. This was a black and white movie that was about the life of a prostitute and her search for love and happiness. And so the idea was taken over to America, but they decided that portraying a prostitute in search of love was a little too risky, so they changed it to a dance hall girl who they called them taxi dancers because they would charge for dancing. So in 1966, Bob Fosse and his wife Gwen Verdon took it to the New York stage. It was quite successful, as it was now called Sweet Charity, or The Adventures of a Young Lady Looking for Love. And it was quite successful. It had a run of over 600 runs, 600 performances. And Shirley MacLaine, well-known actress, had the inspiration to have it taken from the New York stage to the movies. So she persuaded in 1969 for them to turn it into a movie. Now, the whole idea is that it's not easy to fall in love or to find the right person. And so the movie opens up with Shirley MacLaine, or Charity, if you will, dating a married man. And as luck would have it, he takes her to Central Park and throws her off the bridge into the water and steals all her money, $487. And so that sort of sets the tone of bad luck. But she comes out of it, really resilient. She hasn't given up on men. And she returns to the Fandango dance studio where she meets new people. And of course, she has some friends who she commiserates with. And they are always on the outlook for another man to come in, preferably wealthy and handsome. And so that leads us to the first big song coming out of this film and this stage production, called Big Spender. The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me. Wouldn't you like to have fun, fun, fun? How's about a few laughs, laughs, laughs? I could show you a good time. Let me show you a good time. The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Hey, big spender, Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me. So that was one of the big hits out of the Sweet Charity, the stage and the movie production. Now, as time passed, a famous movie actor, Vittorio Vitali, comes into the club, the Fandango Club, and he meets Charity, and they set up a relationship so that he takes her to an apartment to have supper. And what makes this possible is that he's broken up with his sweetheart Ursula, and so he feels free to have a relationship with Charity. So that is very nice. She comes into this new setting. It's a very luxurious apartment, and it leads us into our second song, which is "If My Friends Could See Me Now." And of course, she's eager to tell them just how lovely things are with her new lover. If they could see me now, that little gang of mine, I'm eating fancy chow and drinking fancy wine. I'd like those stumble bums to see for a fact the kind of top drawer first-rate chums I attract. All I can say is wow, hey, look at where I am. Tonight I landed now, right in a pot of jam. What a setup, holy cow, they'd never believe it if my friends could see me now. If they could see me now, my little dusty groove, traipsing round this $1,000,000 chicken coop. I hear those thrift shop cats say, brother, get her, laid on a bedspread made from 3 kinds of fur. All I can say is wow. Wait till that Riff and Raff see just exactly how he'd sign his autograph. What a build-up, holy cow, they'd never believe it if my friends could see me now. So just when Charity thinks she has it made, Ursula, the girlfriend of Victorio, returns to the apartment, and poor Charity has to hide in a closet. And while Victorio and Ursula are making love on the bed, she's cowering in the closet all alone. And so she has once again had a very disappointing experience with love. Now, I'll fast forward towards the end of the movie because obviously those are the 2 big songs that I wanted to present today. But I know you would be, I don't want to leave you hanging without a conclusion to the movie. She is caught in an elevator with a fellow who's claustrophobic. His name is Oscar. And they set up a relationship, and she doesn't tell him, of course, that she's a taxi dancer. She tells him that she works in a bank. Eventually, she reveals the truth, and he proposes marriage. And just as they're about to get married, he backs out. And so, poor Charity is let down by men. Here, there's an interesting twist because in the stage production, Charity goes back to the bridge, and it looks as though she's going to commit suicide, jump into the water again. But some hippies come by and give her a flower, and her whole point of view is uplifted again. But for the movie crowd, they thought maybe they needed a different ending, and so Oscar realizes that she is the breath of his life, and so he comes back looking for her, and so the movie ends with Oscar looking for Charity. He trips and falls into the water off the bridge. She dives in and rescues him. So uh, there's kind of a happy ending at the end. A little bit corny, but never mind. And so, how did it do? Well, it cost somewhere between $8 and $20 million to
Oh,
produce the
wow.
film. It only brought in $1 million in the first year. So financially, it was not a huge success. Uh, in fact, Shirley MacLaine's salary was probably $1 million, probably everything that it earned in the first year. However, it gave us two of the great songs that we can enjoy today. I hope you've enjoyed them. If My Friends Could See Me Now and Hey Big Spender. And next week, we'll be looking, or the next time we meet again, we'll be looking at another production from an earlier time called Annie Get Your Gun. But that's a story for another day.
Mm.
Hope you've enjoyed this. Lisa and I bid you farewell. Have a great day. Bye for now.